Hello, it's me, Joel, bad at sports, and I'm going to walk you through the production of the song Cathedral Hill. So originally the working title was Sunday 7 p.m. Because that was one of the first lyrics I wrote for it, about all the stores close at 7 on Sunday. And the song's just kind of about me 10 years ago. Uh, it's a love song for my wife, and we were dating 10 years ago, which feels like a long time. It's really not in the grand scheme of things. So anyway, this song is really heavily influenced by Postal Service, especially the track "We Will Become Silhouettes." Um, their album is incredible. So my goal was kind of to make everything sound a little aged on this. It was supposed to sound a little dreamy and old. So the first step to that was this guy here. This is the Casio Tone MT220. It's from the 1980s, and it's a toy. It's very silly. This is a professional musical instrument right here, kids. Pulse code modulation. That means good. And it can run on 6 AA batteries, which is how you know it's high quality stuff we're working with here. So anyway, the first thing I made out of that was this piano loop that runs throughout the verses. So that's straight out of that keyboard. I played that live, which is difficult because where I played it on the keyboard has somewhere there's a wonky key that kept falling off while I was trying to play the part. It was very difficult to do. So I suffered for my art here. So it's in Logic. I timed it out a little bit to fix my playing, and then all that's on it for processing is just a tape delay and a little EQ. But really, it just sounds that good out of the headphone jack. Because again, professional musical instrument. And then you go up to the 220 drum loop. Same deal, right out of that headphone jack. It's beefed up a little bit with that tape plug-in. And then the first thing not out of that keyboard is this vocal.
You've got everything going.
Hi, dude. I'm recording a video.
Okay.
Do you want to say hi?
Mhm.
Wave up there.
Hmm?
All right. Yeah, I gotta keep recording, okay? So anyway, we have this vocal, and it's just tuning, a lot of EQ, compressor, and then that tape delay.
You got everything going.
And so much of its characters coming out of that tape delay. And then at the end of the phrases,
Going on.
we throw to a space echo.
Going on.
It's awesome. And then we move into the pre-chorus out of the verse, and this little bongo beat. Tape delay, and then this Chow tape model plugin, which is free, and you should all have it. That's again played on the 220 there. Just a little cymbal to get us into it. And then this bass comes in. That's the cello patch on the MT220, which by itself sounds a little farty, but in a mix, it works. And then I am using, this is I believe it's called like human vocal, and I believe that is on a different Casio keyboard. I believe that's on the SA20, which is the other keyboard I keep around. And then we have some piano chords. Again, treated about the same as our other piano. And then the little ba-bas come in, which these are very Postal Service. So that's just a little stack of me 4 times, panned a little willy-nilly. They're all compressed, and another, ooh, that didn't want to load. That's funny. Another tape plug-in, though, is what that is. And then we get into the first chorus, which is different from the other choruses vocally. So we bring back in that drum loop. The bass changes its pattern. And then I add a wood bass from the SA-20. And that's just fun. That vocal synth, and then same piano patch, different part. And then the piano on the SA-20 with a reverse delay on it, which is like the coolest thing ever invented. And then big element introduced here is the mellotron strings. And they just walk up, and the vocals here, just that nasty EQ, just gross. And then we're into the turnaround. This is a loop. I believe that's a Jake Reed Supernatural drums loop. Just thrown into Beat Breaker, and I just have a preset on it. But Beat Breaker was a huge thing that I kind of found making these songs, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then in the turnaround here, the guitar gets introduced. That is just I'm trying to remember what I recorded this on. It's been a minute. I believe that's my Telly with P90s, like a Jim Adkins style. Just running through my board. It's either that or it is through a Fender Blues Deluxe reissue amp in the room, but to be 100% honest with you, I don't remember what I did. So that verse, business as usual. Pre-chorus, more business as usual, except we just drop in another little effect there. And then we hit chorus 2, where we add in another synth. So these are just chording along, playing octaves of each other. And we add in higher vocal.
And I'll never feel so sure.
This is a very dry double under it, just to thicken it up. And then a harmony comes in.
And I'll never feel so sure.
And they're a little less processed. And then we hit the bridge, which is all instrumental. I believe this is another SA-20 patch. Yeah, really nothing in the way of synth plugins on this track. It's all real toy keyboards. There's this Sad Robot Effects, which is running through this plugin called Triggergate, another free one. I love it a lot. Waves tuned just to keep it in the key, and then Delay Eternity from Arturia, and just a preset on that. That is a thick audio sample. That's Darren King, formerly of Mute Math, doing that. And then the bridge builds up. So we add in this disco loop from the 220. It's just going to a big, fat old reverb there. It's awesome. the bongo beat gets crazier, because why not? And then I add in a real drum kit here. And you can see that EQ is crazy because that drum kit is all through 157, about 10 feet away from the kit. That's the only microphone on that. It's being compressed on the way in a little bit. So that is a couple takes kind of comped together and quantized there. And that's really just to create a little additional movement with some fills, because if you have nothing but drum loops for too long, it starts to feel like nothing but drum loops. And then we add in this acoustic track. That doesn't sound like an acoustic track. That is a parlor acoustic with a pickup in it. It's a gold foil pickup, so I'm running that through a few effects, some flanger, delay, and then treble booster into a UAD Showtime amp sim, just to get like kind of a grosser electric texture. We bring in another layer of this E-piano, and then we bring in probably the weirdest sound on the 20. No, it's not, but they call this church bells. I would argue it's a marimba, but I wasn't there when they made it. And then we bring in, at the end of the instrumental here, the big dance break. Oh. That Mellotron, I mean, it's just soaring. You could probably make the argument that, hey, that is Tonight Tonight by the Smashing Pumpkins, and I would tell you, good, that's the best string part ever written in a rock song. So, I don't know. So then we get to the final chorus, and it's just drum chaos here. I mean, let's listen to that. Everything's happening all at once. That is just fun, and stuff is that quick step loop is panned, so it just feels like there's drums all over the room. And then we bring in dual guitars for, I believe, yes, the first time in the song, so that EG2 plays for the first time. And it's kind of sloppy. But again, it's fun to make electronic music that's not locked to the grid, I think. So then, piano loop continues there. Strings are doing all kinds of things, and then vocals are...
And I'll never feel so sure.
So we've added a double.
And
He's way over there on the right. And his voice is breaking all over the place, but it's good. It's emo. High harmony, and then highest harmony.
I'll never forget this moment. And
Now, you want to talk about emo? That's like silliness right there. That's like, I don't even know what to call it. Big, huge delay throw, and then this outro is just taking elements away one at a time until we get to the very end of the track. This is pretty nuts in here. Anyway, that is all the layers of Cathedral Hill, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and please listen to the song. You can buy it for $1 on Bandcamp. That's the best way to listen to it, because then you have a file of that song that you own forever and ever, and no one can ever take it away from you. You can put it put it on your iPod. That's necessary. So anyway, Cathedral Hill, and we'll see you in the next one.